Hey guys, Opal here and welcome back to the channel. So today we're starting on my Eternity Isle. I'm going to be doing like a full build series similar to how I did my Storybook Vale build series, and I'm honestly really excited. The one thing I'm going to be doing differently this time is I'm going to go from biome to biome. So we're going to start here in Ancients Landing, and I've kind of already got a little bit of an idea of what I want to do here. So I'm going to kind of fully flesh out all of my ideas and kind of what houses we're going to use, what kind of items, the sort of style and all of that before I go and individually build each of these, because I just feel like it's going to be a little bit more fun to kind of get a rough idea on how everything's going to transition into each other, etc, etc. So in this main area here, I was really looking to do a Mulan build, Japanese kind of influence, I think, in this area. I really want to do like a beautiful like Japanese garden somewhere and like just a really fleshed out like city build without using the city buildings that we usually use. I think this spot here is also really perfect for the reflection of China, I think this one is called. So yeah, I was thinking of putting this here. I really struggle to place this building because it's really big, but I think we can do something really pretty here. So maybe like more of like a Chinese influence over here, but I think I really want to do some sort of like Japanese influence over here, depending on kind of what we can figure out with the items and stuff. Well, I guess we'll move the markets down here because this will be kind of like our city area. And up here, I wanted to do something a little bit more like magical. I really want to dedicate a whole area for Merlin. I'm kind of going in between this area here and this area up here for Merlin. I think I've already done Merlin up here once before. I actually can't remember, but I think it was like a very early build. But I was thinking this area because we have this beautiful well here, and I feel like that's very like good magical vibes there. This bit here I was thinking of doing more of like a cottage style. I was thinking of maybe adding one of the like cottage houses too to this area, but I wasn't really sure which other house I could add. But I was thinking maybe like the purple cottage, but I don't think we had to place that in yet. We'll just kind of do that when we come to it. And then here I really want to do some sort of dedicated like RV park sort of vibe, maybe like a camping ground, because I feel like this is like a perfect little area for it. It's nice and square. It's not too big, but it's not too small. I think that sometimes the houses can take a little bit too much of this area up, and we could also like add in an extra truck or something like this and kind of have it like this. I think this could look really cute with like a big campfire in the middle, something similar. Up here though, I have no idea what to do. It's a really awkward layout in my opinion. Like I'm just looking through my items and I can't really think of what to do here. We have so many houses, but I feel like if I wanted to use like a bigger house, I want it to be like symmetrical and beautiful. And I think that's really hard to do in this biome. The other idea would be maybe to put Wally and Eve in this biome, but I've already done that before and I don't really want to do a repeat of something. Or actually, we could do like a Candyland area. No, I think I have tried to do that before, but it didn't really work out. Or actually, we could do like a Owl's Toy Barn sort of vibe, and we could do like a, I don't really know, something like farmy, maybe something overgrown. Maybe like a ranch sort of vibe here would be cute, but do we have like another kind of ranch style house that we could use? No, honestly, I don't think we do. I really don't think we do. Another idea would be to do like a sort of like a fairy kind of area, but we could use like these two houses because I feel like they really work well together. The only thing is I think I would rather this be in my Wild Tangle instead because I like the color a little bit more. Okay, I think I've got my idea. I think I'm going to do like a mansion sort of vibe, but it's like they own this big section and we can like decorate maybe like a garden over here. It'll be super like overgrown, like a super overgrown manor. I think that would be like a really cute idea. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with it. I think it could look cute. We'll just do like little section of the build. So like this will be obviously like the main property, and then we could do like maybe like a farm space and then like a park space. Something like that I think is going to look really cute. Okay, I'm pretty happy so far with everything that we have laid out. I just need to kind of figure out what kind of vibe, items, transition areas, all of that sort of stuff. So for pathing, I'm wanting to try something a little bit different. I saw this pathing used in someone's build. I cannot remember whose. I think someone on the Discord used this pathing for something, and I really, really love it. So I really want to try and incorporate this somewhere. I don't think that the kind of foresty area will do, or the camper van area, but maybe we could kind of add it in this build here. I don't know, it's a very beautiful path. It does have a kind of weird vibe to it though. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we don't use that. I want this city build to feel very city-like, but also not too like modern, I guess. Like I want it to have a good rustic feel to it. I think the easiest way to do that is to use either these path stones or this wood flooring. It makes for a really cute kind of walking area, and then we can incorporate like a pathing like this. These are like my top picks for pathing that we should do in this biome, and I'm kind of leaning towards like a kind of warmer sort of path, so either this one here or the mud path, and then we could do kind of like a border with the garden paths, or maybe just some areas where we use some of the garden stones instead. Actually, I really like that. I think I'm going to do that. So we'll do mud and the garden stones. Yeah, I think that's so cute because it also does like come off these like awesome little bridges, and I really want to include those as like really focal points in this build. I'm not really sure about the layout right now. I'm not really going to think about that. But for items, I really want to focus on Mulan and also Aladdin sort of items because I really like that kind of Asian influence. I know I said before like a Japanese area on this side and more Chinese on the other side, but we don't really have that many items to kind of do just one. So I think we're going to have to do like a Indian, Chinese, just Asian kind of style in general. I think would look really cute. I love this fountain. I think it's gorgeous. But yeah, mostly just a lot of like pottery stuff, markets, that sort of vibe. I think is going to look really cute. Oh, we might even be able to use the walls, especially as like borders around like the edges and stuff. I think I might also really want to add in what is it called, like a railroad. I saw someone do that and I thought it looked absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I just basically placed down like 3 items to kind of get my brain flowing when I come to do this little build. For my Merlin build, I think it's quite obvious that I want to use a lot of Merlin items. I don't feel like honestly we have that many Merlin items, but I do want it to feel like super overgrown. I don't even think I'm going to do a proper pathing in this biome. I think I'm going to focus on putting a lot of foliage where this kind of, I don't even know what to call that, where the stones are, and then kind of have everything else quite open and kind of do my path that way, just super overgrown with a lot of details like books. And I'd love to do a little like outdoor sort of study area, almost something similar to that. We could honestly also kind of join up the track, the railroad, because I think that could have really good vibes in this biome too, but we do this track a little bit more structured and we keep this one very kind of loose. I don't know, for my Eternity Isle, I just want everything to flow a little bit better, so we have biome to biome instead of like very specific biomes with different decor. I think this build would also look really cute with some sort of rustic elements like mossy fences and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, I really want to go quite floral with this build here. So I think I'm going to do something like this, like very floral but overgrown. A lot of really like bright colors too. Oh yeah, I love this vibe. I usually tend to go quite like blue and wizardy, but I think I'm going to go with more like a floral sort of vibe in this build here. Especially for trees, I definitely could go with like ever after trees in this build. I think that would look gorgeous. And honestly, I could do a mixture between the ever after trees and also some like nice bright green trees, or even the Ancients Landing trees even. I feel like at least in one of these builds I should do these trees, because obviously this is the native tree, but I just don't want to use only the native tree. Like I feel like this, maybe in the camping area we could do the nice big native trees like this. Yeah, that looks really cute actually. But for this area here, I think I'm going to go more with like jungle tree sort of vibe because I think I just really love the bright color in this build. Maybe we don't even go any blue, just full bright kind of jungly. Yeah, I really like the contrast between the dark blue and that sort of greeny color. And then this build here, we might use the same sort of like jungle tree because obviously this is the exact same tree here that is used there. But maybe we could add in a couple of other sort of, because I want it to feel very overgrown. I guess we could go with some like red trees or something like that. I wish we had smaller red trees because the red trees we do have are quite tall. We do have nice orange trees, so maybe we can do with like an orange and green sort of vibe in this area. Oh, I do really love those red trees, but I think it might be a little bit too much. I'm just going to put it there. We can always play around with it when we really get going with doing this build. The pathing that I really want to use for this biome is probably some sort of really chunky, swirly mud path. I think that's what I'm going to do for here. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing over here, except I might use the leaf strewn path, and I might literally just do an entrance, a big circle with the campfire, and no other pathing in this biome is kind of my plan. The only really structured area will be this area, and I think for my manor build here, I'm going to do a structured path, and then I'm going to kind of delete bits of the path to make it feel like overgrown, or maybe just put some like foliage over top of it and just delete a couple of little squares. I think that's my plan for my manor build. Do you know what? I actually have this idea of doing, instead of this manor build, doing more like a, I don't even know what to call it, like a theme park, but not too big because we don't have that much space. But imagine how cute it would be if we kind of incorporated some of the, oh, it does fit there actually. Wait, I did get it to fit there. Like, imagine if we did like a theme park in this area. It really can't be that big though. That's the only problem. But maybe we could do like a really small one. Or we could do it in the Wild Tangle. I'm not sure. We could always do the manor build in the Wild Tangle. There might be a better area for it. But like, imagine if we did something like this. How cute would that be? Yeah, I might actually pivot and go something like this because I think that would be really fun. Sometimes I get really overwhelmed with amusement parks in this game to kind of decorate because you always tend to pick like a massive area and then I just feel very overwhelmed. But I think it could be fun to do like a really small kind of amusement park. That would be awesome. Okay, no, I'm happy. I'm really happy. This part here, I think I'm going to do garden stones, a big like border around here, and like lots of little garden details around. I know we have the beautiful temple building. I don't know if it's just called a temple. Oh yeah, this. So I'd love to do like a little gardeny area over here with the temple. Maybe another one here. Just kind of scattered around like this. I think that would look gorgeous. But yeah, I'm super happy with this kind of plan. I'm really excited to jump in and start decorating, sorry. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really excited to start on this project, and if you guys have any suggestions or feedback or anything like that, make sure to leave them in the comments because you guys really help me kind of figure out what to do in these builds and give some really awesome ideas. But yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye.